Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. Got a fun immunity, coronavirus ready smartwatch here for you to take a look at. You notice how we're getting all these new technologies for monitoring your wellness against disease that are appearing on the market. We're going to take a look at this, but first I want to tell you it's called the F22, a Bakeey F22 from Banggood, and yeah, its stake to claim is going to be immunity monitoring, and it's really inexpensive. Currently on flash sale. If it's out of flash sale by the time you watch this, check the show notes for a coupon to go along with the link that'll get you over here to this buying page, and you can pick it up from Banggood and help us out here at Smartwatch Ticks. So it's a 1.4-inch HD screen about the size of an Apple Watch. It does blood oxygen, heart rate, blood pressure, just about everything you expect in a health band. You got one button on the side. It uses the app WearFit 2.0, IP67 waterproof, but honestly, I wouldn't plan on dunking this one in water. It doesn't quite look like, well, be your own judge on that. It's probably splash proof. Battery capacity, 210 milliamp hour, 14-day standby time, about 6 days of use and 2 hours to charge it. So you could get by with wearing this little puppy, for quite a while between charges. Looks like it's got a funky kind of dock for charging. You guys know my feelings about docks. I would much rather have a wire than have to try to fuss with. We'll get to that. They didn't stick it on very good. It's got a little cover on it. It's got the manual. We flipped that over there. And look at this. Yeah, rectangular. It does look like a good build. I don't see places where water would get into it. Removable bands. That's another nice feature. They look about 20, 22. Hopefully in the specs it says. Rubberized, lots of holes, so you can adjust it to whatever your arm needs. The diode sensor in here. It looks like there's a little covering of plastic on here. I have to play with that. One button. What else? No speaker, no microphone. The charging dock. Okay, let's play with that. We have to line the 2 pins up with the... I do this because sometimes it is tricky. You got to get them in alignment. Clicked right in there. This shows up on the screen, so I've got it off a little bit. My suggestion to you is put it in the charger and twist and play a little to see if it lights up and says charging or something. Again, I like the magnetic couplers better, but hey, it's what you got when you get this thing. Then there's a manual, and it's just a basic smartwatch user's guide. Information about the basic band itself. It's using Bluetooth 4.0, and there's the QR code to scan to download WearFit 2.0, or use the link in our show notes, and you can click on it to download it to your phone. Binding use, how to go through and connect it up, which is important, so you can transfer the information on it. And there's a little look at the watch operations, the screens, what they look like, and basic background info. Got auto lost feature. Got everything on here. Yeah, I guess that's it. And then we flip over to the Chinese side. All right, we're going to do that then. We're going to charge it up. Nice press on the button, fires it up, vibrates, and it comes into its initial watch face. Now, here's something interesting. This is one of the watch faces that's selectable from a variety of them. We'll show you those in a minute. But when it goes off and you got it in the twist and show the time mode, look, it brings up like a wallpaper with time and date on it. And I don't know if you can change that or not, but that is not the stock watch face that you select. So if you're anticipating that when it comes on, you're going to have the watch face, it's not going to be that way. It's going to be that other one. Personally, I like the high contrast face. It's easier to see outdoors than this one. So I would rather, when I twist it, I'd see that one. But this watch is peculiar in this way. Let's keep moving. A lot of you guys are saying these reviews are too long, so I want to tighten them up a little bit. Shows you the Tft display. It's only bright head on. From any other angle, it dims out real quick. That's the flashlight button that you can press. You have a variety of brightness options. It's at its brightest right now. It gets dimmer. This is as bright as it goes, and it's not all that bright for outdoors. Do not disturb, power level, time, all that's on here. When you swipe the other way, you're getting into your app drawer. But before we go there, I want to go here. Last night's sleep time, which I didn't sleep last night. I did both the night before and had some data for you, but it resets at midnight. Here's your latest heart rate information, your latest step count information, and it's back to time. And likewise, you go this way and it loops through all of those as well. And so we've got that, we've got those directions, you're going up, and now you're getting into your app drawer where you see your step count status displayed in a different way, your overall heart rate that is going to come out with the diode and compute for you. Blood pressure will be shown right here, again using the green diode in the back. And for the sake of tightening it up, I'm not taking time to do each of these. I do want to show you blood oxygen uses a green diode and not the red. Those of you who've watched the channel know that the higher accuracy ones use a separate red diode for acquiring the blood oxygen. Now this professes to be able to do continuous heart rate and continuous blood oxygen. Okay, taking too long for me. So that's a part of it. And then here's this other thing called immunity. Now this one I do want to take a moment. Well, we'll strap it on, show it to you on, and take the measurement. Because immunity is something new that a few of these watches are coming out with, and we have no idea, and it says it's measuring, what exactly it's doing to compute this. I honestly don't know. Somewhere in the literature, it's talking about heart rate and last night's sleep time and maybe some exercise stuff. But it gives you a percentage from 0 to 100. It relies on the green diode. It just vibrated. So it's saying my immunity response level is 69%. Have no idea how to interpret that for you guys, though. So that's the new feature on this watch. First of all, we have to see if it shows up on other devices, and if it does, is it consistent in its implementation? But this is the second or third one we've seen with that. You have walking, running, riding, climbing, football, basketball, quite a few different activities. Notice that swimming was on here. I believe this is an IP67 watch. Well, when I see swimming, that tells me that it's approved for going underwater, and it should be 5 ATM to support the pressure of waves hitting it and water hitting it. So if you take it swimming, good luck. I don't know. All right, I hit one. Walking, go. It's going to compute time, calories, and heart rate. And that's basic with all these watches. If they have a step pedometer tied to them, you'll also see your step count, distance traveled, and that kind of stuff. If not, and it appears not, and on all the sports that don't use, your feet that would get data from pedometer, like riding a bike or doing football or basketball, they've got some algorithm in there that basically multiplies time by the number of calories theoretically that you would burn in an hour, and divide it by an hour in heart rate. You're only getting calories versus time. You're not getting anything else really. So whether the watch has 9, 15, 500 different activities, they're all using basically an algorithm to try to calculate your calories burned, and that's what you're getting information from. Wow. I got to be very careful in swiping it. Okay, sleep is last night's sleep time, and it's showing you basically the screen we already saw. Weather, when you're tied to the phone app, which is WearFit 2, which we're not covering today because I've covered it 100 times. In fact, in the show notes, I'll show you the link to the Tethering app and other videos of the review of that app that you can just look at 4 or 5 of them if you want to learn about the app. Remote music player is in this one. Your overall information, this is where you have your push notifications, and they do come through in text. You have a stopwatch, find your phone, and then ultimately settings, which is very lean. There's an about the watch, a factory restore, and basically a shutdown or power down the watch itself in settings, and then it loops back again. That's it, other than you press and hold long on the watch face itself. If you get just the right sweet spot, which I sometimes have a hard time, there it is. And you can change and rotate through a few different faces. That's an analog one, really dim, and it's set at its brightest. This is the one that shows a simulated heart, 24-hour heart graph on it, and it is simulated. It's not actually real, so you're not going to see your real 24-hour heart rate displayed there. And we've looped around now back to the beginning. And once again now, when it turns off and I twist to illuminate it, come on cue, it comes back with this wallpaper design. Wow, wild, wild stuff. It's an inexpensive band. It's an inexpensive watch. It really is just a rubber silicone band. It gets the job done, but it's not super smooth. It says Smartwatch on the edge of the band. Looks like it'll fit most everybody. Holes are nice and close together. Could be waterproof. It does support swimming, it says, so that's an option. And there you go. For 18 bucks, roughly. Might be a little bit more if it's out of flash sale, but I might have a coupon to help bring it down. You can pick this thing up from Banggood. The show link, the link in the show notes will take you over there. And that's about all I got to say about the F22. It introduces immunity monitoring. It has supposedly 24/7 heart rate and blood oxygen, but the BO is computed using green diodes, so it's not as highly accurate as the ones that have the implemented red diodes, but you're talking 50 bucks or so for those kind of watches. So you get what you're paying for, and you get a pretty decent watch with some basic fitness functions as well. Well, there we go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.